Hello, fellow pirates.
Hello, fellow pirates. Today we have a special guest. Colton Osorio is joining us for an interview today. Thank you for being here, Colton.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me again.
And just as a quick introduction, he's 16 years old from Massachusetts. Started modeling in the age of 8.
I think so. I believe so. Nine.
9, okay. And then you turned into acting with shows and movies like Kevin Can Wait, Daddy's Home 2, Castle Rock, Cha-Cha Real Smooth, Law and Order even, and now in One Piece. And yeah, to get to know you a little bit better, what are your hobbies that we might not know of?
Some hobbies. I really love soccer. I play varsity soccer for my school, and
Ooh.
I like tennis, which I also play varsity for my school. And I really just love to focus on sports and do acting.
First of all, we talk about One Piece. How far are you into the story of One Piece right now?
Currently, I'm just watching the show. I think I'm in season 2. I don't remember what episode, but I'm starting to watch the show a lot more over like the time that it came out, and now I haven't watched a lot of One Piece, but the show itself is just so amazing. I watched the entirety of the live action.
Amazing. So you watched it all in one go, essentially.
Yeah, in one day.
So you don't know exactly where you are in the anime right now?
Not right now, but
Okay.
I know I have to finish it. It's my goal this year to actually finish the show.
Okay, awesome. From where you are right now, who's your favorite character, except Straw Hats, maybe, because I think you're a little bit biased there.
Maybe I think Shanks. I don't know. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
I don't know if that counts. In the first season when he appears, it's just like he just like took the show away from me. There's a lot of things about him that I just really want to apply to myself, like the way he cares for people and his bravery and how much he cares for people and all of that. I just love the character so much.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Luffy?
Favorite thing about Luffy is his, I think, leadership and optimism, because I know I can really apply it to myself as well. And it really taught a lot since I filmed the show.
Yeah.
And I just try to, like, the more I filmed as Luffy, the more I kind of became Luffy.
Who do you think is stronger, Shanks or Mihawk?
That's a good question. That's a great question. In my personal opinion, I would really want Shanks to win. And Mihawk is really strong now that I really think about it. I feel like Shanks, there would be kind of like this new like part of him, or like a new just power that just like comes in as like he's continuing the fight, just like recognizing the enemy. I feel like it would be something like that. And I think Shanks would win in the end. I feel like he would lose, get beat down, and then at the end he would just win.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Did you read other mangas before, or did watched other animes like One Piece?
No mangas. I've actually never. I don't think I've read a manga before. But I definitely do have some at home. I think it's like 101 or something, and it's because in the back page it shows like my face in it, like, oh, like young Luffy, Colton Osorio. So I was like, why not have it? My dad bought it for me. I was like super surprised, and I think it was like a Brazilian manga, so it was that's really cool too. Other animes, I think before One Piece, I think was like Demon Slayer and Hunter x Hunter, which I watched a lot of that.
Do you have One Piece merch, of course, and what is your favorite one?
I do have one. Should I get it?
Yeah, why not?
I'll grab it. I have. It's just like all the bounty posters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
With the perfect Sanji face there.
I do have a lot. I have this that one of my friends gave me, and then I had this from another friend.
Cute. So did you pick up any of the One Piece video games yet?
I did. You see, I could also grab that, but I'm just gonna tell you the names.
Yeah.
I have One Piece Odyssey and I think One Piece World Seeker.
But One Piece World Seeker is very disappointing, right? Did you play it?
I haven't played it all yet. I've been playing more One Piece Odyssey, which I still haven't played a lot yet, but I'm still trying to get to.
Yeah, One Piece Odyssey is great, but what One Piece World Seeker is more of the disappointing side of video games, sadly. But hopefully there will be a live action video game maybe in the future. That would be cool. Did you even touch the trading card game yet?
I don't think I have. I haven't seen that. I think I saw it in the interview with you and Kiki.
Oh, Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's really easy to play, first of all. And secondly, the coolest thing about a card game is that the characters really have abilities that fit for the characters. Like Zoro is more of a ramp up character, Nami is helping other people and stuff like that. So the card game really fits for the characters and stuff. It's really cool. I can't recommend it more. With you not being finished with One Piece, I guess you haven't watched any theories or fan made videos about One Piece yet.
I feel like if you would tell me what the theory is, I think I maybe would, but I still haven't got through all the show yet.
So you got spoiled by some things already, I
I
guess.
think I think so.
Yeah, because of production and stuff, and everybody's talking about stuff that happens. Or yeah, do you yourself have theories yet with what you experienced from the story and which could happen, or something that you want to see in the future of One Piece, maybe?
I watched One Piece Red. Does that do the movies like add to the anime, or is that just kind of like a
Yeah,
separate?
the film Red is canon to the story in the case of the Straw Hat's abilities are and the characters are all accurate, except for Uta and the whole story that appeared on the island. But so there's minor details that are canon, but essentially, if you're seeing one of the movies, and I love film Red as well, um, it's like a preview of what One Piece feels like, essentially, with a specific state of the manga and the anime. And I think it was mid Wano that they took the characters out of their story essentially and make the story. So it's a little bit of a teaser more than really a spoiler. So, but you already got to see the whole crew there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and you like the movie, I guess.
I love the I love the movie.
Yeah, it was so colorful, and it was. You have seen it online or on Netflix, right?
I we went to the cinema.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Seeing it in the cinema was really great because you saw it on a big screen and stuff, and hear the music very loud and stuff. It's really great experience. Yeah, and everybody screaming when Shanks appears and stuff. It feels so great to be a One Piece fan. Yeah, really amazing. And also, it was we saw you in the movie, so
Yeah.
so if they ever make a live action version of that movie, you would be maybe in there. Is there any spoilers that you got to you that really surprised you and didn't even?
Apart from like film Red and like seeing Shanks again, like that was always
Yeah,
obviously like the best part. I mean, I haven't even gotten that deep in the show. I've just I want to get further into the show because I've seen like it looks like the quality is even different. Like everything's different about it, and just the outfits that Luffy wears. Like I think I believe I don't even remember what it's called. I used to watch so many videos on that, and I'll make that my goal to watch more One Piece, and then we
yeah,
could talk about it more.
yeah, definitely. And then I want all the theories from you. What you thinking about the future of One Piece? Because we really think that it will end in the next few years, and after that, only the live action will remain, I guess. First the anime, then the live action, and so the live action will always have a little bit of focus sometimes in the future. So it will be even bigger. And I'm still saying this to everybody. People are not ready for season 2, but because you're experiencing it right now, but season 2 have so much more weight in the story with characters appearing and the end of season 2 and stuff. So people are not ready for the season 2 story, essentially. So this will be even more. And we don't have writer strike this time. So it could be even more bigger than last time. So did you just sneaked into a cinema and nobody saw you, or was it before the live action that you saw the film Red?
Do you know when they did the like they showed One Piece Red on all like the TV screens in
Ah,
Broadway? I think it was after that. It was after when it came out in cinemas. But while I was in South Africa, I watched like every single one of them. So I couldn't watch it while I was there. I had to watch it on like Crunchyroll.com.
the biggest question of all, what you can ask a One Piece fan: what do you think the One Piece is?
We're gonna have to find out. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Transition into filming and stuff. How did you get the role? Can you tell me the story? what the audition process was like, and how did you get the role exactly?
I was filming Cha Cha Real Smooth in Pennsylvania when I got the audition, and it didn't say Luffy and Shanks. I think it was Dario, like Dario. It was a different name, and I was confused because I that was Shanks's name, and I couldn't pronounce the name, so my dad was telling Dario, not I was saying Dario, Dario. Like I kept like mispronouncing it. I was like, how do you know how the name is said? Like it doesn't say how to pronounce it. And then I ended up saying it, and we sent it in. And then I think a few weeks later, I got called back, and then had a director session after that with Mark. It was absolutely amazing. I love him so much. Like amazing director, as well as Tim that I also filmed with while I was there in South Africa, was also very amazing. And after that, my after the director session, I think maybe a month, a few weeks later, my dad came in my room and he was recording, and he kind of had this action figure of Luffy. I was like, and I was just frozen to see that he was doing that. And he's like, Colton, we're going to South Africa, and
Oh my god,
you're
cool.
Luffy, and I was frozen. I could feel everything, just like I was so happy and just
Yeah,
starstruck. Like I couldn't believe it, and I'm so honored to be like playing this role.
awesome. Was the casting itself via video call, or
It
was
was
it
it was
in
it was
person?
video. It was Zoom.
Zoom, okay. So it was a very fast process in that case as well. So
It seems like it, but it might have been over like a span of maybe like 1 2 months, or maybe more. It's been a very long time since then.
Moni asked, what was your reaction to getting the role? You essentially explained it, but was there a specific thing that you did after you got the role? And
I think after he came in, and I just kind of started. I didn't really cry, but I just sat there, like I just like everything. The world just like froze.
yeah,
Like this is really happening,
yeah,
and it's it's always been my dream to like really like travel, and my dream to really be playing Luffy. Because when I started researching it, I started watching the show a lot, and it was like wow, like this is such a big role. And there's a lot of fans that come with it too, which is also amazing.
there are plenty of people right now to aiming to become a part of the One Piece live action someday. What advice would you give them to get a role in the One Piece live action, or what advice would you give to these fellow actors?
I think more for me that I didn't really receive advice. It was more kind of looking at the character and trying to relate it to yourself, trying to add like a connection to yourself. For me, I was trying to not act like Luffy, but also be myself while I was playing like the role. So it could be like a little mix of me and then a little mix of Luffy.
And Asuka Anime Art, that's the one who made our lovely thumbnail today. This one, you've shared
Yeah,
it. Thank you. He asked, "How did you prepare for the role until you finally got to film it?"
I started watching a lot of One Piece. I think I got through the whole season in maybe no, like the first season
Hmm.
in like a whole week, and then I ended up rewatching it later, and that's why I'm kind of on season 2 right now. But just doing my research and trying to add a bit of his character to my character, which I think really just ties the roles like together just to make them how they are now. And I think that's really important because it gives like a big life lesson to yourself. There's always something to learn from the character
Yeah.
that you can always like bring to yourself.
Do you remember what the first scene was that you filmed?
I believe it was me climbing onto the boat and looking at like what Shanks is doing on the pirate boat for the first time, and I remember just being so nervous filming it, and I think one of the other scenes was me like rolling the barrel and being like I'm a pirate on this ship. You can't tell me otherwise. And it's just like a sea urchin. I'm not a sea urchin. And then I think the day after that we filmed the cutting the eye, and it was so much fun. I was super nervous, but all the cast and crew just made it so much more amazing. Really built a family and a lot of friends too.
In the anime and manga, we never saw this, but in the live actions, it's already a little bit of hinted at that Luffy lives in a kind of part of a house that he got. How would you describe this place where Luffy lives, essentially?
Yeah, Windmill Village. When I saw it for the first time, it was really like I didn't know what to expect. I've never really been on such an amazing realistic set like that, and
Yeah.
it was just it was awesome. Like seeing it for the first time, you would have been like, "Is that really real?" And all the stuff that you see there is actually like real.
Yeah.
And I think anybody would be surprised. I don't know how to explain it since you didn't see it in the show. It was kind of like you had to adapt to it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think remember one of the scenes I was in the like right next to the windmill, and I was like sleeping there, and like a water dripped on my eye, and I was like, oh, he's here. And then the X, I don't remember if the scenes got to that, but that was a really cool scene.
Is that the scene when you awake before you run up to Shanks when he arrives? I
Yes,
think
yes.
that's it. Yeah, that's in the show actually. And I was talking about is it a shed or like a place where Luffy sleeps or something like that, because it isn't explained in the manga or the anime, only in the live action essentially. So it was like a designated place where Luffy sleeps, or how would it look from the other side? I don't know.
Yeah, it was all built. It was all wood, like wood bridges built over water,
Yeah.
and that was just awesome. Like they were able to make that possible.
With the eye stabbing scene itself, even with a fake prop, was it difficult to not hit your eye because you?
Um, a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't want to. I mean, it's a fake knife. It's kind of like telling my brain it's a real knife. Don't actually like touch yourself with it. I mean, like common sense. I was just. It was kind of like half cut off. I don't know if you can see it, but little secret. It wasn't like fully there. Like the knife, it looked like it was in because it was built or like cut to like shape my face so that when I went like that, it kind of looked like it was actually in my face.
Mm-hmm. Everyone that I asked for a question asked me this question: how does the devil fruit taste like? Because you are the only one who experienced that.
I can tell you the outside, the purple part, it tasted like I don't know if you've ever had it. It's like honey melon,
Mm.
and the only time I've ever tasted honey melon was like bubble tea, and I was kind of confused. I like the taste of the devil fruit. I didn't like the taste of the bubble tea. It was kind of weird. It was so far past. I don't really understand it, but the inside of it, I I don't I don't remember the taste. It kind of tasted like coconut maybe, and it was it
Oh,
was really it was really soft.
yeah.
And I
It.
remember
It.
having to just like keep on eating it and keep on eating it, and like my mouth would be completely full. And then he said, keep on eating it. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, it really looked like cake. So was it really something that somebody made for you to eat, or
It
yeah?
it was real. It was real, and I was really eating it. What's the inside was kind of like the cake of or frosting of a cake.
Mm. Everyone asked about that because you're really the only one who experienced that in real life. So, what was it like to face off the Lord of the Coast essentially? Because there was all of it CGI. What exactly did they tell you to react to, or?
That was literally a fan. Like I'm not even joking. It was a fan. There was no monster. It's really a lot of that is really acting. The fan of the Lord of the Coast is breathing on Shanks, and you can see the wind. That's really all the fan, and that's really awesome. And that's mostly the hardest part about it is really pretending that it's there or acting that it's there, and that was also really awesome. Filming with Peter Shanks, he was also the most really talented guy I've really filmed with. I think it was VFX. Like all of that, that was the crazy thing. When they were modeling it, it looked super different. And then they showed it to me again, and then it was different again, and that's what they ended up putting there.
Mm. Ah,
But
okay.
that seems so awesome to see. Like after all the editing and stuff, that's awesome.
So, did you experience other people filming something while you were on the set, other than the scene that you told about where you arrived?
Like apart from Zoro with the knives. Oh, I did. The guy with the axe. I don't know. I keep
Accent
forgetting
Morton.
their names.
Yeah,
I'm so bad with names. And he's
yeah.
just like He's doing that. I got to watch that with Mark actually. He was like, "Oh, action!" And then he started like cutting it down. While me and Mark were just talking. I was like, "Oh, yeah. Did you just see that?"
Have you a funny story about filming with him or with the crew itself?
Yeah, originally we were supposed to have a scene. I don't know if I even should say this, but it was kind of like this storyline. He would tell a story to me, and one of the parts the camera's up close to him first, and behind the camera had to be me, so he could like make eye contact and really feel the scene. And I just remember the first time I'm really trying to make him laugh. I'm really trying to make him laugh. And then the second time it wasn't a good idea to do that. And then it was everybody in the back started laughing, and I just had to stop. I felt like I was gonna get in trouble. So and I just remember Peter laughing the first time. The second time he didn't laugh, so I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that. But he's really funny. He's really funny. I remember him doing something similar to me, and when it's faced on me, he's just saying the scene, and we just had a really great time filming all the scenes. Really, he's once again super talented.
Did you all got like a feeling in it's very special to film this? Like it's a big you essentially began to filming the beginning of everything essentially there right there. So was it felt it that special or did you only realize it afterwards?
I mean, I definitely built a bond not only with Peter but with really everybody. I was there
Mm,
for about 3 months. I built a family there, and every
yeah.
day I would go see them. I mean, weekends obviously breaks, and it was just so awesome. I couldn't tell you how amazing that was.
And you did meet up with the other kid actors, right? How was that? Did you did like a gathering of the Strawhat Kids or something
Uh,
like that?
I think young Nami and then young Zoro. I'm not sure if I met young Zoro. We met over the phone,
Mm.
and young Nami was actually here in Massachusetts, and we went to Canopy Lake Park with her parents and my parents and her sister, and that was super fun too. So I got to get to know her, and then just became friends after that.
What was your favorite prop or detail on the set?
Proper the scar.
Yeah,
It has to be. I mean, if it doesn't look real on TV, it looked so real in real
yeah.
life, and it did look real on TV too. And it was just the crew that did the makeup, and it would just be like a movie every single day inside of the trailer that they did the makeup with, and one of the all the funniest moments inside there with the makeup crew. It was awesome.
So how long did it take to took on the scar essentially or
It would be maybe 1 to 2 people working on it. And it'd take about less than 20 minutes maybe.
hmm.
They really didn't take long. They were super quick, and they were also talented. It's not always like just the actors, it's everybody, all the crew as well.
What was the funniest moment you had on set? Probably the Shanks scene or do
Yeah,
you have another in mind?
probably the Shanks. Oh, and Mark the director, when I was on the ship and with the villain that like holds me up, who is also really funny. I love that guy so much. We made like a little handshake, and when like it's flipping over, the waves are made by like, I don't want to reveal all the secrets, but it was with the jet ski, like most of the waves, so that we could kind of act out like the waves like that. And Mark was like, you know what, let me drive the jet ski, and it's this the water is just, he's having so much fun. We have a video. He's like standing up and like going super high the jet ski. It was hilarious.
Can you tell me how the scene was made after you eat the devil fruit and walked away from Shanks and he's holding his your arm and was it a practical effect or a special effect or did you really bench your arm there or
I'm really I'm really giving away everything. Everybody's knowing the secrets now. Everybody's knowing the secrets. It's like this stretchy rope that was kind of built like elastic kind of. It was really like a tight rope, like a big rope that's about like that. And you're kind of just holding on. And I was going further and further, and then eventually he just lets go, and I go down the stairs. And I also did those stunts, but I also had a stunt double do it, part of it for me as well.
how emotional was it to film the scene where you get the straw hat?
Really emotional. It took, for me, emotional moments are really just built off of what you do before. So I usually try to think of something that makes me sad or something that makes me really happy, and I'm like tearing up from that. And that's really what I did. And um Mark really helps with that, with those moments, and just made it super comfortable for me to just let that tear go and try to make it as like realistic as possible, or close, like accurate to the show as possible. And it was really a close moment between me and Shanks.
I guess crying on when you have to is it really difficult to just okay action you need to cry right now or is it easy to really get to that point?
They that day that we did film it, like or any day, you'll usually know when you're doing that scene, so you can always have time to prepare it like the night before. And the way you do that is really just straight based on memories, and that's also a huge part of acting, just memory, 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 and not just like the script, because like in order to get in that like character, you have to remember the stuff about you first.
How was your reaction when the show was released? How did you watch it?
I gathered a lot of my friends and family, and my dad. I love my dad so much, and my dad and my grandma rented out like just like one of these like cinemas, just like one of the rooms, and then
Oh,
we all watched it in there, and it's hard for me to watch my own acting. I don't know. It's like hearing your own voice, like seeing yourself like on camera. But for me, like in that moment, it wasn't really like that. It was kind of just like this moment, like wow, this is gonna have such an impact. Like this show is really amazing, and we just watched the first episode. I think the setup was longer than the episode, trying to connect like the laptop to the monitor so it could display it, and it was it was really awesome and just a special moment for everybody there, and not only just me, but like me, my family, and friends too.
yeah, your dad really is your spirit animal. I love this. I heard that they added the kids to the barrel scene in post production. So, what was your reaction in the end when they all took their foot on the barrel and then declared their dreams and
Oh,
stuff, and you appeared there even?
I heard it from my aunt first. I was like, what? I don't. I'm only in 4 episodes, not. I'm only in 3 episodes, not four. And she's like, no, watch episode 8 again. And I think I hadn't even been there. I watched it all in one day, and she could call me before I could even get to episode 8. She was like, okay, let me watch the show first, and I'll let you know. And I see like them all putting their foot on the barrel, and I see me, and it's kind of just like what they're saying, and it's like wording what I'm saying. That was really awesome.
Yeah. So the song in the One Piece live action original soundtrack, Windmill Village, is essentially your theme song, right? Did you like the track, and what do you think of the music in the series?
I think most of the track that I listened to, and including Windmill Village, it kind of just like played in my head while I'm doing the scene, and it was kind of stuck in my head at the time. It really helped like settle in, and except I felt like I was literally in an anime. I mean, I guess I am, if that makes sense.
And how did your life changed after the role? You get a little bit more popular, I guess.
Yeah. I remember when I got it was told that I was young Luffy like after I filmed everything, and I was at my friend's beach house, and it just saw it posted on Instagram, and I remember Colton, when did you have like 40,000 followers? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, and I don't really pay attention to that. I don't control my Instagram. Social media is not really everything, but my dad loves to show me all the fan artwork, all that stuff, and I can just see all the fans like how much they really love the show and how much impact the show actually has on them, and that's really amazing. And I'm glad I could actually like I'm honored to be playing this role and to have that impact on them as well.
And did you really bond with Inaki or talk with him to act like him or something like that? Did you had like sessions where you get to copy each other or something like that? Or
Not a session to copy each other, but we had such a great time in South Africa. We got to meet up. The first time I met him, they were doing the clown throwing buggy throwing the knives, or like his workers, and just throwing the knives at Zoro, spinning on the wheel. And they were filming that while I went to go meet Nami and Iñaki for the first time, and it was awesome. He was actually, I think he was playing Switch when I walked in, and I play Switch as well. So I was like, oh, what games do you play on Switch? And I remember him bringing up like all different Switch games, but one stood out, Super Smash Bros.
yes.
And I think later after that, I love Super Smash Bros. I mean, it's a great game. Like Nintendo Switch, it's awesome. It's always been my childhood. I used to have a 3DS when I was a kid as well, and he's Super Smash Bros. And I think later during those 3 months, we went to go eat with him and his mom, and me and my dad,
Ah.
and we were just talking about Super Smash Bros. While we were at dinner, and it's just I was talking about how, oh, I'm gonna destroy you. Like there's no way you're better than me. And he's saying the same exact thing back. Like he was like, no, I'm definitely better than you. And we planned to go to his apartment and play. but we never got to, unfortunately. But we ran
Mm.
into a person that was a part of the behind the scenes set that I've never met before. But he recognized Iñaki, so I think he was a part of the casting, and he was talking to Iñaki and me. And I just remember Iñaki, just he's such an amazing person. He's so happy, and as well as his mom. His mom is super nice as well, and just Iñaki, his energy just vibrates everybody, and it really raises the mood as well.
Yeah, it really transcends over the screen even. So every time you watch One Piece, even the same positive feeling that you get from Luffy, he vibrates it. You translated it as well in the show, really. So you said you play Smash Bros and Switch as well. So what is your Smash main character?
You see, I think I'm so good. I'll just play random all the time.
Oh,
I know all the every single character. I don't like playing Dr. Mario. I think so difficult to play. I don't know why. I just never enjoyed playing that character for some reason.
and then with items or without items, just
I
stars.
I literally I liked watching the tournaments like with it might be like 2v2. I usually play ranked 1v1s and Smash Online, and I just play without items. I mean, it kind of just like bases it straight off of skill, but the items are always fun to play
Yeah.
as well, because it's just like what's gonna happen next to you. Like you'll never know.
So you're playing with your friends as well, and then you're the Smash master at home or something like that.
Yep, exactly.
Nice, but it's so surreal because Inaki said exactly the same, so it's so surreal to hear that again.
Who do you mean in Smash?
Oh, Luigi, because I love the
Luigi.
yeah. It's fun to play Luigi because when they get kicked off by Luigi, they get mad essentially because it's not really a big player in the scene. Yeah.
I find it so difficult. When I see it, I'm playing against Luigi. I'm just like I'm just gonna leave the game. It's already over. I already lost.
What else do you play on the Switch? You have a
Um,
favorite game other than
I
Smash?
haven't. I know I have another One Piece game on the Switch,
Mm.
and then I had the Demon Slayer one that's kind of like Naruto Shippuden Storm 3 or something. I also used to watch Naruto, and I didn't watch much of it because it usually if you watch it on like I don't know like Crunchyroll instead of like Netflix, it kind of shows more. And I never really got to that. I was so focused on One Piece at the time, but One Piece is definitely my favorite anime of all time, and I think it's gonna stay that way forever. But games like Mario Kart, I mean Super Mario, all that stuff, I'll really play anything.
Yeah.
It really just depends on the mood.
And of course, the big One Piece question: what is your dream? What do you want to achieve next?
Like separate from acting or just like in general?
In general, like a whole thing. So what's your future, man? What do you
I,
planning?
I've always dreamed of being just, of course, a professional actor, which I guess I really am now. But also being a professional soccer player, I really dedicated a lot of time to that, and I think that really shows in all sorts of things. When somebody's asking me what I'm doing, I'm training for soccer right now. Like it's really all that dedication to that, and I like tennis. I think I take soccer more seriously, but everything in the end after all this is just to help people and share my love for soccer to other people as well, because all this my entire career literally started because of soccer, and I want to share
Ah,
that experience. And this summer I'm trying to create a nonprofit organization giving out soccer balls to people
cool.
that might not have the opportunity to play soccer. And when I went to South Africa, all the drives there, and it wasn't when you went to the highway, and everything on the side, it was land and shanties, and you would just see kids outside playing soccer, and they didn't care about having cleats or having these shoes, and they just wanted soccer balls really, and I could see them. They would play with absolutely anything, a bottle even maybe, and that really inspired me. Like I want to help those people.
Wow, that's a really great cause. So, do you still planning up to build this up, or do you have a website for it, or like a?
That's all gonna come together this summer. Hopefully,
Okay,
I,
so
I'm
okay,
I'm gonna try my best.
okay. So if you set up anything, just write it to me, and I can make a fuss about that again, so people will see
Thank
it.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
people will be mad if I'm not asking this. But what is your favorite soccer team?
Oh, my favorite soccer team. It's Crystal Palace.
Okay.
It's that might be struggling a little bit right now, but next season like, we have to trust in it. I love Eberechi Eze, and Michael Olis for maybe could be leaving next year. But I really love Crystal Palace. That was always my team in the Premier League. But right now I really just have my focus on Dortmund. I could talk about soccer for years right now, but Dortmund and Crystal Palace.
I'm so sorry. I can keep up with the topic because I'm totally not into soccer. Even I'm living in Germany, and in Germany, when you live in Germany, it's soccer all day essentially here. So I avoided that as best as I can. With the European League this year, even at our place and stuff. Do you have some memorable moment maybe that you want to share as well from the filming that you have in mind additionally, or something like that?
I think at the end, the last day that I was in South Africa before we were gonna head to the airport, which was actually like midday, it was the scene at the beach where I was with my grandpa, and it's just destroying my raft after I just built it. I'm like, I want to be a pirate. No, you're gonna be a marine. All this like back and forth, and he carries me away. Honestly, I think like that was really nice ending. I mean, everybody was there, and I got to say bye to everybody on the set. And it was really an emotional day, like back and forth. And there was, I don't know if you guys can see it. Like at the end, I was really crying when I was like kicking and punching when he lifted me up. And
so you put your last moment all in this moment,
yep.
as your last emotions. Nice, cool, yeah. Now that when I see the scene, I have to think of it. So it's more special than before. Amazing. Yeah, I really want to talk with you, especially if you've seen more of the anime, because then we get into the nitty gritty details of the stuff there and things like that. I was panicking the whole day again. It was it feels so surreal. I can't really explain it. Like, I'm never one of these people that get like, oh my god, my favorite celebrity stuff. But with you guys, I get so pumped even to have this opportunity. Really, it's really great. Yeah.
I mean, thank you, and I appreciate that as well. And even if it feels surreal, you know, I like to tell people I'm no different than anybody else.
Yeah.
Because you know, I don't celebrity is. I'm not saying like I don't like the word or anything like that, but it's just like it's a person. Like it's nobody else. I'm no different than nobody. But like thank you for having. And you said you were from Germany, right?
Yes.
I've always wanted to be to Germany.
Yeah.
Always.
Amazing.
I've always wanted to go.
Yeah. So if you're in Germany, hit me up. I can show you around. Essentially. Is there maybe something you want to say to your fans, or something specific that you want to shout out other than the football thing that you will make in future?
Thank you so much for everything. You know, I'm honored being played Luffy and to have, and once again, thank you for having. I'm having such a great time, and it's just these fans, they've really impacted. Not I haven't impacted them. They've really impacted me. You know, it's been so awesome. Like even the little fan work, even it could be anything, and I see their support. I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And
yeah, keep drawing him fan art. He loves fan art.
Let's set sail.